Hey, insight number 3. This is section 58. We're going to lead right into verse 27. We've just gone 8 through 11. Now, there's really, really good things in here. They've talked about Edward Partridge. What he's going to do is like more of a clear role on what a bishop is. Remembering he is the bishop, and he has one assistant, and Sydney Gilbert. And it's more clear as to what exactly their role is. Because it was, we talked like last week, Edward was feeling really overwhelmed as to this huge position that he has to do. Well, that he gets to do, not has to do. He's happy to do it. He takes it on with full, like, yes, of course I will. But it's a lot, right? Being a bishop is hard. So, these are some, like, just some things that are going to help him in there. Yeah, but verse 26 is about not commanding in all things, because he that's compelled to do everything, like if we're given a black and white, do this, don't do that, and like no reason out, then that's not, it's a slothful servant. Very similar to what President Nelson said this last conference that so many people took offense to. And it's like, no, look, you're just taking it really the wrong way. He is trying to say to you, you cannot just let it sit. You cannot just sit there and go, wait for someone to tell me what to do. We need to take action. We need to be affirmative, actiony people, okay? That's what he's getting at. Anyway, if you've missed that completely, don't worry about it, because you're all good. But yeah, if you're compelled in all things, the same as slothful and not a wise servant, and you get no reward. So if you've got to be told to do everything, like every little thing, you know when you're like under, and you have kids and they're like 3 years old, and you literally have to tell them each little step for everything, and they get a little bit older and they get a little bit better, and you can drop some of the steps, and by the time they're 15 they should know how to make their own bed and won't brush their teeth, that kind of stuff, right? Talking regular kids here, just, no special needs, or some might be brilliant, pick it up earlier, some are going to take a little longer. Every single child is different. I'm just using it as an example, but we need to do that. So if we've been in the church long enough, or we've been around long enough to know that we should pray every day, then we should be praying every day. If we've been around long enough to know that church is on Sundays and it's the Sabbath day, then we should probably, we should do that. That's what he's getting at. We don't need to be told everything. We don't need to be woken up on a Saturday by our bishop coming around to every single member's home going, it's Sunday, come to church, please. Because that's not good, and it doesn't work, and doesn't teach us anything, and we don't grow. So that's what we're talking about there. Verse 27 is what we're going to focus on, even though that was a bit of a long spiel. Verse 27 says, verily I say, men and women, people in general, everybody, should be anxiously engaged in a good cause, and do many things of their own free will, and bring to pass much righteousness. He wants us, the Lord wants us to use our free will. He wants us to use our agency. He doesn't want to be telling us every little thing that we should and shouldn't do. We need to be engaged in a good cause. We need to be working in a good cause. So, with that being said, how are you engaged in a good cause? What's your good cause? Is your good cause helping your family right now? Is your good cause, did you do ministering this week? Was that your good cause? Like, what is it that you're focusing on and working on? And there's probably many good causes that most of us have going. I know I got a phone this week to provide meals for a sister in our ward, which I actually couldn't do because the only night available was the night that I just was not, compatible with me. But I did say, call me back if you don't, and they managed to find someone else, so it's all good. But, those people that provided for that sister, that was a good cause. It's about that Christ-like love again, that radical generosity, Christ-like love. Are you involved in a good cause? What's your purpose? What are you doing? You've been planted here. I don't need to tell you every little thing to do. You're grown up. You got big boy pants and big girl pants on, or whatever you're going to call it. You're a grown up. You know what to do. Get to work. Be anxiously engaged in a good cause, right? Go about serving. Plant the garden. Start building the house. You know what to do. I don't need to tell you every little thing. That's what he's getting at. But I put down here in my notes, because I do. It is the little everyday acts of kindness, that constant concerted effort in being a better disciple of Jesus Christ, that you will find engagement in a good cause. So it's those little things every day. It's just work and those little things every day. There's major issues, of course, major things, absolutely. But it's the service, but it's in all our work, stewardships and service bring more kindness and be known as someone who does too much for Jesus. Yeah. So my grandma, before she passed away last year, expressed a concern to my cousin that she was worried about me because I'm doing too much for Jesus. And I'm like, heck, I would love to go down fighting, doing too much for Jesus. I will take that label. That is fine by me. She was concerned that it was affecting my health. And it's like, well, I was trying to explain to someone that, yeah, there's a balance and I am finding it. And my cousin knew this. She's also Christian, not our denomination, but also Christian. So she's like, there's a balance. And my grandma was getting at the whole Mary Martha thing, and she was saying that I was doing too much work for Jesus Christ. And I'm like, no. I sit at his feet and listen to him as well. I certainly do my study. I enjoy it. I spend time meditating. I do all those things. But I also am anxiously engaged in a good cause. One of the best meditations I can find, and that is good for my soul and healing and calming for my mind, is to go and help someone else. Whatever need is apparent and has been inspired to me. That is the best thing for me. So that's how I'm anxiously engaged in a good cause. So, hey, don't we all want to be known as doing too much for Jesus? Yeah, absolutely. President Monson, Thomas S. Monson, not currently a prophet, but awesome dude. He said, "May we show increased kindness toward one another, and may we ever be found doing the work of the Lord." May we ever be found doing too much for Jesus, really, right? May we ever be found doing the work for the Lord. Yeah. I would always want to be found doing the work of the Lord. And then I want to be found doing it just on Sundays or just on a Wednesday morning when I've carved out an hour of my schedule. No, I always want to be doing the work of the Lord. However that looks for me in that moment, or however it looks for you, that's fine. This is part of us being grown-ups and using our agency. All right. Hope that helped you in what anxiously engaged in a good causes. And we're going to move on to the fourth one, which is over in section 59. See you there.